Good evening or good morning. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How we doing? What's cracking? What is cracking? All right. Did I just wake up? No. Man, I got young kids, man. I've been up since 7 something. I got young kids I gotta deal with. So no. You apologize for lashing out? What, at HLD? I mean, yeah, I guess you went a little overboard, but could be pretty fucking annoying, so I get it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Ain't no thing. Where's everybody at? Where is everybody at? That's the question. Where's everybody at? Are you talking about Caesar? I mean, I don't know. That wasn't very interesting to me, that conversation. But, not my channel, so. Yet, there was like 600 people watching that conversation. And there's 9 in here right now. So, maybe I'm doing something wrong. You know my final prediction. 5-0/50. 50-50 is my final prediction. Fuck the bullshit. You feel me? Fuck the bullshit. My eyes are dry. I think it's starting to get cold. All right? The first, when it starts getting cold, my eyes get mad dry. It's fucking annoying. Kalia, what's up? Where you been? I feel like you don't come in much. I feel like Jackie's taken over the female spot. Not even Clarissa comes in that much. HLD is like an STD. Pops up when you least expect it. And tough to get rid of. Yeah. And real gravelly. I don't know if that makes sense, but kind of did to me. Kind of did to me. You know what I'm saying? Word. They're still going? Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Okay. Don't you have like a weird government job you don't want to tell anybody about? Like CIA or something? HLD is a Canelo sexual. He wears his underwear at night. No, HLD loves Tiafimo and Ryan for some reason. I think he's from Florida, and I think he's involved with the Tiafimo somehow. Vlogs was still exposing. Vlogs was just wanting to fight HLD through the computer. So why him wanting to fight HLD is goofy for 2 reasons. First reason is Vlogs is like 29 and HLD is 69. So that's the first reason. Second reason is this is a computer screen. You can't fight people through a computer screen. Is Mel versus Spence happening? I don't know if it's happening, but Jamel's calling it out. Life got in the way, Kalia. I'm going live today. Life got in the way. Yeah, that happens. Oshaki Foster versus Stephen Fulton. Well, my thoughts on that, since you asked, are
oh my God, who the hell cares?
that will be a highlight watching fight for me. I will dissect the highlights most thoroughly. He was on fire yesterday, bro, with Shelton and the Timberwolves, dude. I love it. Tremelian serious. Who knows? Correct the mundo. What time? I like this question. 50-50. Norman's youth, talent, and power can get him a victory. Haney's experience and boxing skill can get him a victory. I don't know. This will be Brian Norman's coming out party, or not. I don't really give a shit. They're kind of past their prime, those two. What's up, Cat? What's up, Cat? Go catch another mouse. Leave me the fuck alone. Sheldon's still looking for his wallet. Oh, right. The bet. I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think he's going to do it. He's on a fixed income. Aren't we all? Well, not you motherfuckers without kids, but you dudes without kids, chilling, traveling across the world, watching boxing matches, just free balling it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Get out of here, cat. Get out of here. Stupid. Beat it. Take a hike. Go catch a mouse. Leave me alone. Sorry. She comes down here and meows in my face sometimes and just bounces. She's a good cat. She's the one who had the mouse in her mouth. We looked over. She's like this. I was like, is that what I think it is? Gross. Mice gross me out. Call-ins are available, as you guys know, so don't be shy. What's up, Anthony? Yeah, I still can't believe I moved out the hood to a suburban house, and I've had more mice here than I've ever had in my life. Well, not my life. When I was growing up in Hell's Kitchen, I had this many. But since I'm a child. The cat is El Feroz. Alberto's favorite fighter. El Feroz. Slime Entertainment. I like that logo. RKO, see what you did there. Well, because my whole life, people are misspelling my name. C-O. So all my life, I'm like Marco with a K. Marko. And then when I started boxing, it just fit. Worked up. Fight of the week. What is Mo Daniels putting here? Okay, I've seen that. That's gross. If I want to see titties bouncing around, I will look elsewhere. Hey, Marco, do you think Emmanuel Augustus could beat any elite lightweights in this era? Yes. Emmanuel Augustus came just a hair away from beating a lot of the elite fighters in his era. No, I don't. I used to. But they're just gross. They're fucking gross. They're all like twitchy, like like nervous and nasty. I fucking hate them. Disgusting. Really gross. Nasty little fucks. I'll take a roach any day. A bug. People get scared of bugs. I don't get it. Bug is so much less evolved. Like mice or mammals. That's like so close to us. It's like a little nervous, hungry, dirty dude, disease infested dude breaking into your crib, going around knocking shit over and fucking eating all your shit. And nah. Bug is just like a crunch. You're done. Do you think the overhand right is the hardest punch one can? Yes. I talked about that, Mo. I had it, I measured it. Literally, I have data to back this up. I had a bunch of different people punch this power meter machine that I have. And the straight right hand always measured the hardest out of all the punches. Every time. So, pretty unrefutable evidence. It will be almost 4 years since he has fought at 54 when he finally fights Mel in 35, trying to make it before again. I don't believe. Yeah, man. I mean, just because Charlo got a little light fire under his ass and is calling people out doesn't mean the fight's going to happen. Get the money and chill. What kicks are those? Those are old Jordans. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that one. Get the money. What about you? Who you got? I'm 50-50. Saludos, Josue. D-Wayne is insane in the membrane. D-Wayne Dennis. One of my closest friends when I was a kid. What the fuck was his name? Dennis. Oh, his first name was Dennis, not his last name. I forgot his last name. Damn, I forgot his last name. Dennis Morton? Gordon. Dennis Gordon. I believe that's what it was. I've been watching Canelo's footage. Okay? Crazy people say he can't cut the ring off. He cornered Charlo and Berlanga in like 2 rounds easy. Well, yeah, you can't punch people who are running. I don't mean moving, I mean running. You cannot connect on people who are running. Yeah, mice are nasty, Albert. Fucking disgusting. Rats are the worst. If Charlo and Spence happened, who you got? Charlo. I think Canelo's going to be a lot motivated to fight Crawford. Is going to be completely different than we've seen. I hope so. That'd be dope. Canelo is going to put too much pressure on Bud. If Bud tries to fight like Laura, he's going to lose. Bud fights. Okay, so we know who you want. You got Canelo. Mice are great pets. CJ, don't disgust me, please. I've been missing a lot of lives. So who do you think? Jake Paul versus Tank? I know who I want to win, Tank. And that's who I think will win too. If they really fight. They might just pity-pat each other, like a friendly, light sparring match, which would suck. Lester was too tough for Crawford so many months ago. They made Chino Rodriguez the main sparring. Okay. Well, if that's true, then Crawford's in trouble, but I doubt that. Chino at 160. Mice are dumb. Rats make better pets. I've had many. Come on. Guys, don't make me fucking block you. You guys are grossing me out. What up, Anthony Manzano? Anthony Manzano. Oh, you're the guy who calls in, right? You're Mexican? You have such a fucking Italian name. Anthony Manzano. He once took care of this dude down by the parkway. Hey, you want a body to disappear forever? Call Anthony Manzano. And then call Tony B to get some real estate properties. You guys ever see Tony B? Fucking hilarious. Squirrels are mad nervous too. I don't trust them. They just have the fluffy tails, yeah. which makes them cute. Fluffy tail's cute. A weird skin tail, it's disgusting. That's disgusting. If a woman came up to you with big ass boobies and fat ass and all that, and she had a fluffy tail, you probably still hit it. But if the same woman had a skin tail, you would be out. You'd be running. So don't tell me it doesn't make a difference. Get out of here. Makes a big difference. Frank Rizzo, do me a favor.
Open your fucking ears, jackass.
Yeah, you're not the first person to think my name is Italian. No, I know. I mean, it's, it's ambiguous. Oh, whoa. Pass me the gabagool. Marco, how do you like the fight playing out 13th? Somewhat of a boring counterfest. That's not what I want. I want it to be exciting. I don't think it's going to be. Oh, Jesus. Mo, you're a dirty fuck. You hear this guy vlogs? Getting her guts pumped. Ew. Ew. That's just nasty. Cheeks clapped is funny. Guts pumped is Jeffrey Dahmer type shit. Yeah, nah, Mo would bang. Mo would baby oil that skin tail up, and that's what Mo would do. Sick fuck. I mean, look, it's still a woman, so it's not technically gay. It's just gross. I'm not even kidding. A fluffy tail wouldn't even, it would be like, oh, she's like a magical creature from Venus. But a skin tail, like, ugh, weird rat bitch, get out of here. I'm telling you. Marco, in your honest opinion, what season is the best for boxing? Spring, winter, fall? Oh. I don't think there's any season that's better. Because winter's dope because you, like, most events when you're going inside, winter's kind of dope. But it's dope to, like, go to a fight in the summer, too. You go outside, you get your coffee, you walk around, you enjoy the day before the fight, then you go in and fuck. Because fights are at night. So it really doesn't matter how nice the day is. So I don't think it matters. Yeah, these guys are wild, I'm telling you. It's warm in Vegas all year round. Yeah. True. True. True that. True that. Smoking Mo Frazier. Yo, Mo, I just put up some bag footage. You saw it? We gotta see some more of yours, Mo. We gotta see some more of that smoking Mo Frazier waist movement. I would have, but if you were in front of me doing that shit, I would have timed it. I would have you duck right into an uppercut. Because you duck down, I'll fucking blast it. That's what you do with people like that. You let them duck into the uppercut. So that makes that punch 3 times as hard because you're getting that bounce pass for momentum. Dave, in America, all fights are at night. Where you've gone to a noon fight, get out of here. You have Canelo winning this fight. Of course you do. Of course you do.
Oh, that's racist.
We just established you're Mexicano. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not, but I am. Because the truth is, most Mexicans are going for Canelo that I know. That's the truth. Even around here, most Mexicans are going for Canelo. Even if they don't think he might win, they're rooting for him. Right. Some of the undercard fights. Okay. Good point. Some of the undercard fights it's still light out. Actually, why are you saying actually? Let me tell you something. This fucking thing to punch is very difficult. Why? Right there. See there? So not only does it have a base on the floor, but you see it has those 2 little like rods that pop up. I guess those are weight plates. You're supposed to put, weights on them to hold the thing from moving. But those things stumble me. Like I literally, and I'm not trying to brag, but I look so much better on a normal bag because with that, every time you throw your feet, like you're literally like, I can't get full extension. I can't step all the way in. I can't angle because I'm going to trip over that base. It's very annoying. That's why, like, I think when I do my how to punch hard video, I got to do it on a freestanding bag, a free hanging bag, excuse me, because this shit, like, nah. Cubano. Oh, well, then I guess I'm racist.
Oh, that's racist.
Sorry, Mark. You know these punch machines that you see at the gyms are like, yeah. You ever see my video, Anthony? Fine, I'll show it again since you asked. Oh, you guys always make me show things that make myself look better. Fine. Fine. Here we go. Since you asked, Anthony, you mean this machine? Gunshot. That sounds like a gunshot.
Oh my God.
Boom. 930. And that's not even my highest score. I think I got a 940 that day. My highest ever is 996. I remember that. How do you see? I'm almost always in the nines. Always. Almost always. Every now and then the first one might be an 890 or something, 880, but then when I warm up, I'm in the nines. Even at almost 50, how do you see a fight with Canelo and Hamza? Ooh, I don't know. I got to see a little bit more of Hamza so far. But that size and that power might be a problem. I don't know, Mo. And of course, there's Mo rooting for
Oh, that's racist.
the Mexicano. I know Mo looks like he's from the southern part of Greece, but he's actually Mexican. I can't condone the white man fighting black children. Yo, that kid, the one who went, oh shit, he's actually in my son's school randomly. Later, my son told me that. I was like, yo, I can't go to school with that kid. He's like, he's annoying. He's like, I think he said the kid's annoying. Like, he's not friends with him because he's like, I don't know. When you go to get on those border wars, you need to back up. Huh? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You can't, Anthony. Those only have 3 digits. So the highest you can get is 999. That the majority. Some of them go like they have 4 digits, but that one you can clearly see it only goes up to 3 digits, so you can't pass 999. Again, not on a machine that said that only has 3 digits. That's impossible. You definitely don't hit harder than me vlogs. There's no way. And I'm not shitting on you. I know you got muscles and all that, but you're not like. I hit harder than almost everybody, and no non-boxers hitting harder than me. That's just not happening. Like, I have 30 years over of experience punching. There's no way somebody's going to hit harder than me. That's not even a fighter. Moonman is saying he wants to see you fight in Border Wars. Well, Moonman, I was a professional boxer, so I therefore can never fight amateur again. I fought amateur at one point. Can't go back. So I cannot fight at Border Wars. And I don't want to, by the way. But even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Do you feel me? Do you feel Remington Steele? Word. Jump in, somebody. Come on, man. Nobody called in. Usually CJ, Yayan, Alberto. Shit. Mosif. Somebody. That's right. Do I even have my... I might have my pro license. Do I have a picture of it? I might. Let's see. I think I have a picture of my pro boxing license. If not, I should. I should take a picture of it. That'll shut people the fuck up. Who are like, you're not a pro. There's no box rec. Like, really? The video of me fighting in a professional fight isn't enough? Now you need a box rec? Images. Here we go. Wait. Let me see. Let me put the word boxing and license in there. That should work. Nope. God damn it. I know I have it somewhere. Let me see. Maybe it's under a pro license? Trying to find the boxing license. Images. Let's see. I got my driver's licenses. No, I got to find it. It's somewhere. Actually, I think I have it here. I could actually go get the actual license. I know that I have it. I actually have the license. I know where it is now too. Just remembered. All right. That's weird. Those a lot of European fighters. I don't know. Not in America. Alberto tired. Oh yeah. What happened? He was get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Beat it. Get out of here. You guys hear this clown? She like fucks with me. She only meows at me. This afternoon? What, you gonna have a little bang session? What's happening? Well, Albert, this is why I'm gonna release a video. I guarantee I can make all you guys punch harder. Guaranteed. I could teach you how to punch harder. Power is something you're born with, but anybody could be taught to punch harder. Not everybody could be taught to be faster, though. Speed is something, it's 1000% genetic. There's a couple little things I could teach you to throw a little faster, a couple little mechanics, but overall, speed you can't really improve. Power you can improve. So I'm going to release that video soon. Hopefully people will fucking cop it. I could teach anybody that to hit harder. 5, Moon Man, 5. I don't think there's a rule against doing that, but most boxers. No, there is a rule, Jose. There absolutely is a rule. It's illegal to go back into USA boxing once you've become a professional in any state. No, Kalia. You know how I feel about Philly. I like you. I don't like Philly, though. CJ, you have a girl. Stop being a dirtbag. Okay, CJ? Stop being a fucking dirtbag and...
Open your fucking ears, jackass.
Don't teach them to punch. Don't teach them to punch harder. Why not? I've heard trainers say both power and speed are natural. Well, that's why I got a different... I could prove that it's not. I'll prove it. Fuck what people say. I'll prove it. Anthony, I'll make you hit harder. Once I get my course, get the course, cop it, and I bet you you'll hit harder. Damn. Kalia and CJ. Who would have thought? Guys, phone lines are open if anybody wants to call in. But if not, that's cool. As you guys know, we are raffling off these 8-ounce professional 1998, never worn before, first release Grant gloves. They go on eBay for about 3 to 5 G's. Here, $10 can get you these gloves. $10 raffle ticket to either Cash App, Marco Boxing, or PayPal, MarcoKO@gmail. Just state your name and Grant gloves in the PayPal or Cash App. Also, we do have a Discord. We have a brand new Discord that I've been pumping, and it is in the link right now. Please join the Discord. We could get down at all hours. Shit is fly. What's up, Alan? You want to debate his resume? I'll bet you do. You love debating. You're in the right field, man. You're in the right fucking field. You are in the right field. Yeah, we have had I don't know why these Grant gloves are not moving the way they should. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You know what I'm saying? We need more raffle tickets for these Grant gloves. These are literally worth upwards around $5,000. And you guys don't want to put 10 in to win them? I don't get it. And Grant doesn't even, you cannot buy Grants. Go to their website. They don't sell them. They're only custom made for certain big name fighters now. That's why they're so valuable. I don't get it. I think it's the time of year. I think around October, we're going to fucking have these sold. Or raffled, I should say. Triple G had great natural strength and power. He did. Sometimes you were just born with it. That's not true. Okay. You're born with tremendous power. Yes. But you can be taught to hit hard. So anybody could be taught to hit hard, but only those who have tremendous, outstanding power, yes, they're born with it. So you're kind of right and you're kind of wrong. Whatever you gotta do. I want them gloves. I've been broke lately. You and me both, Josue. It's only 10 bones, though, man. Don't miss out. The pen? Nah, I can't do that. I'll have nothing to do this with. I started doing this because I'll go on this other show, TBV, and people, because, it's not my show. The host talks a lot, callers. So I'm just sitting there listening a lot, and people think I'm like frozen or I'm a mime because I'll just listen like this. So I started doing this so people don't, so I stopped, they don't think I'm frozen. Because a lot of times people legitimately think I'm frozen. So now I do, that's why I started doing this on that show, and it translated into this one. Because now it's just like a little habit I do. See how long it takes HLD to come in here and start screaming at everybody. Wonder what he looks like. He said he's in shape, but I feel like he's a gordito. He says he's in shape. He's like, fucking run 26 miles a day, bro. I think he might be a bendito gordito. You would fall asleep, huh? What's up with them belts? Raffle one. I'll raffle I did a WBC. I'll do another one. Well, you would enter for the belt? Like if I raffled one of these, would you enter? I already did a Ring Magazine belt, and I believe who won that? Clarissa won that, I believe. Alan is prepping his sauce. Fruity. Yo, CJ, you want Alan's to prep his sauce for you?
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
CJ, please don't ever ask another dude to prep his sauce for you on this channel.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
This fucking guy. Oh, shit. All right, Tori, I got you. You better. You better. No glove, no love. I think he is loud. I think it's his mic. No, it's his vocal cords and his brain that make him loud. I love HLD, though. I know I talk shit, but I like HLD. Alan writing his argument with counter argument and closing. How are you going to criticize someone who doesn't show their face? That deserves. It's true. Pause. Yeah, CJ's wilding out. How many people are in the raffle for the gloves right now? Let us see. I believe 34. 34. I need at least 50. At least 50. So we need at least 15 more. Minimum. Because, again, I could go on eBay right now and sell these shits for, like, in the thousands. And no disrespect to you guys, but, like, I want you guys to appreciate what it is. And the only thing that shows appreciation is a lot of people entering. Because I have 34, but the truth is, the majority of those people are fucking, it's like CJ. There's like 3 people that sent a bunch of different raffles. Actually, just 2 really. CJ and Angry Skips. Those are the only 2 who sent a bunch of raffle tickets. You got a couple, like Aiden sent one. And so, nah, man, that shit needs to show like that there's value to it, that there's urgency. Alan, did you just refer to yourself in third person? Because, I mean, that's pretty weird. I hate people who refer themselves in a third person. HLD is Alberto's TO. Now, HLD is from Florida, and I think he knows Tiafimo. Matter of fact, maybe I'll ask Tiafimo's dad. Maybe I'll text Tiafimo's dad right now and ask him if he knows HLD. Let's see. I'm asking if he wants to jump on an interview. Either way. Does he have an iPhone? Hey, let's do an interview tonight. Let's see what he says. And then I'll ask him do you know a dude named HLD? Gravelly voice Puerto Rican dude who fucking loves your son and always defends him no matter what. Do you realize Bivol was 400 underdog when he... Okay. CJ about to send 1,000. I don't know. Oh, look who it is. Johnny. ¿Cómo está, señor Johnny? CJ, I'm talking Amtrak from Philly to Chicago for Christmas. Well, Chicago. So you're going from one shitty ass fucking city to another one. Nah, parts of Chicago were dope. What? Bring T.O. Senior. I'm going to try. Whoa. Whoa. Why is Johnny meowing at me? This dude is meowing at me. Unbelievable. John, you want to jump on Johnny? Gross. This isn't that kind of channel, guys. Don't they have like OnlyFans for that? Shout out Johnny. Yeah, Albert. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Got him!
He'll be here. Yo, Alberto, Johnny's like Beetlejuice. Like, if I say Johnny 3 times, Alberto pops up. Like, most Canelo supporters will say Bud isn't Bivol and Bivol. Guys, jump in. Phone lines are open. The master meat right. Yo, Alberto be watching Johnny. He puts on some Jodeci, dims the lights, gets his bottle of lotion. Alberto loves himself some Johnny. I'm telling you, man, he's gonna show up. What the fuck? What was her name? What was her name? Fuck, the Mexican singer who got taken out by that super fan. Why is it escaping me right now? There's one. She had like one name. What the fuck was her name? But anyway, Alberto's gonna be on some shit like that. He's gonna try and take Selena. Thank you. That's what's gonna happen. Better be careful, Johnny. Police Academy. When I was a baby, I had no teeth. I couldn't get a job. I couldn't eat meat. I can't really do it. My man, Johnny. Haha, send him to the Blue Sister Bar. Johnny, Alberto rubs. Oh, Jesus Christ. Too graphic. Salina. Yes, Salina. I can't jump on here for 5 minutes before the gay talk starts. I don't know, Johnny. You're the one who said something about you started meowing at me, man. How are you gonna meow at another dude? Is that what you did? Streets of Bushwick, meowing at people? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This channel is whatever we make it at this point. Word. Nobody's jumping in the fucking chat. We don't got Alberto. He'll be here. Oh, he will be here. He will be here. Salina. Marco's a grifter. Yeah, somebody told me that. A grifter, or whatever that means. No ass wipe. It was the last. I know what it was. I know what it was. But yo, Johnny, bust this. Nah, I just do that for Johnny because he loves that sound effect. Grifter. I'm not really sure. Like somebody who. I don't know if it's. He said it once about. I don't know if it's a compliment. It's not, but it kind of is. I'm not sure. Somebody who like does something for financial gain or something like that. Like somebody who sells out for financial gain, I think. It's all good, Jose. Don't worry about it. Somebody will come in soon. The Samurai is not here yet. The Hangout Spot episode last night was titled The Hairline and the Hatrix. Boxing and BS. Manufactured narratives that top you on your emotions to give like a Jerry Lewis telethon. That's what a grifter is? That's a grifter? That doesn't make sense. How am I a grifter? Marco, you will be shocked if Canelo stops Bud. No. No, I won't be shocked. I'll be shocked if Bud stops Canelo. It's just the truth. Disingenuous for profit. Yeah, there we go. Marco, what happened to that person that used to come in here and used to say racist stuff to me all the time? Oh, Chicago. He's been. I think he was blocked. CJ, is that what it is? I thought it was a troll. Johnny told me to secret to keeping his hairline is holy water. Love it, Johnny. A con man. All right. Yeah, I think it was one episode where you guys were, it was HLD and somebody else were like screaming at each other, and I was just sitting there like just quiet, letting them scream. And the truth was, I think I was actually sending an email at the time. I was doing something, and I think he joked around because he saw like he came to the channel and you guys were all screaming at each other, and I'm just sitting there like, he said something like, "Oh, Marco's like an evil genius, just twirling his pen while these guys are screaming at each other. He's grifting." I think he said something like that. But, you know, Tone doesn't disrespect me. It's all love. He's jokes. Khalid, I got you. We have a new entry. From my man Khalid. Khalid, are you somebody in here that goes by a different name? Because I'm going to enter it under Khalid. Khalid, I guess, not Khalid. You're in. Let me know if you want to be, if you want me to put who this is, and if you want to be put in as a different name. Marco had to go get. Do you get? Oh, how do you get a good chin? That's mental. That's straight mental. I heard it when you was on TBV for 20 mins. Huh? Oh, okay. Do you want me to put Boxing Fanatics, or you want me just to keep your name? Doesn't really matter. I'll put Boxing Fanatics next to it. All right, got it. Good to go. You are in. Two-Tone low-key watches your show, Marco. He brings up stuff that happens here. Yeah, I know he watches. He's told me he watches. What are the rules for the drawing? No rules. I take it and I put it into a computerized site app that spins it and selects one name at random. And I use one that's a wheel, so you see all the other names spinning. The rules are it's just $10 for one entry. So I prefer Cash App, but you could do PayPal. And you just have to put your name and put what it's for, which is a Grand Clubs. Now, the more entries you pick, obviously, statistics, right? The more higher likelihood of you getting chosen, because each entry goes on separate as a separate like slot, kind of like on the Wheel of Fortune. And we do the drawing when I get at least 50 entries, and then the winner gets it shipped to them. Simple. Tom definitely watches all the time. We have good panels. I would too. You're the man. Marco loves draw workouts. Whoa. Gross. Yeah, Johnny's wilding out. I'm going to work your jaw with this fucking Bulgarian knuckle sandwiches. You keep fucking with me. Hagler said his chin was 100% mental. I agree. I mean, I know it is. Johnny, you want to wear knee pads and work your jaw? Okay. All right. I got a couple dudes who are, I mean, I'll hook you up. That's fine. Alan, it's right there. Can you see? MarcoKO at Gmail. Right there. There's the PayPal. There it is. MarcoKO at gmail.com. They used to call him Jaws. Yeah, they call Johnny Jaws. Yeah. They call Johnny the Great Nutlick of Bushwick. That's what they called him. I don't know. I used to hear it would get to Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? But those days are over. He's married now. He's put all that behind him. So let's just move on. Yeah, that was odd. I don't know why Johnny be getting so fucking fruity.
Fruity, fruity.
Word. Anyway, yeah, so the raffle is happening. The Discord, join the Discord, please. Let me put this back in. There's the Discord. It's like a 24-hour boxing party line. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we should do it. Word up. Word up. And of course, the gloves are going to be raffled off. Hope we're getting some more trickling in. And don't forget, after those, so you don't even see this because of my bald head. Yo, somebody said my head looks like a thumb, which I thought was funny. Look. Kind of does, right? Well, after the Grant gloves, look at this. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. These are the only officially licensed product Hagler ever gave his name to. These are obviously, as you can see, old school bag gloves. These are from 1981. Brand new, never used, but old. Marvin Hagler bag gloves. These will be next. And mind you, you can also enter the raffle for these now if you want. Just when you send the ticket, make sure to specify it's Hagler gloves as opposed to Grant. There it is. There it is. Are you trying to go to who? Those are the ones you want? Go for it. Go for it. They're there. They're ready. Anybody who wants to enter for those, you could do it right now. You could do it right now. What's up, Alan?
What's up, good sir? Can you hear me?
I hear you, counselor. How you doing?
Man, you had me. That's funny.
Well, that's what you do. That's what the goal is, right?
Yeah, man, that's definitely the goal.
How much
Definitely the goal.
how much more time you have left in law school?
2-0. So I got about, gonna take me probably a little bit over a year. Obviously, I have to pass the bar in California, which is crazy.
My
And
friend practices in Wisconsin, and you probably know this, but they're not required to pass a bar in Wisconsin.
tell me about it. But what I'm gonna do in Wisconsin?
That's a good point. And then do you have a job lined up or
No, no. I don't have a job. I'm not in any sort of legal. Um, I have a master's in an MBA. I'm also working on my master's in data science. My undergrad was in sports management, so
damn?
I'm hoping to get in some sort of like a some athletic department here soon. That's the
Okay.
goal.
To
Yeah,
do
for
wait,
sure.
wait, and what are you going to do in the athletic department?
Well, just I kind of just want to work my way up, just kind of get like a you know some
Yeah.
sort of maybe.
Yep. I got you. All right. Well, good luck, man. That's dope. Sometimes I wish I chose a more stable, but I don't know how easy it is to get a job as a lawyer anyway. Maybe it's not that easy. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I have some time to kind of figure things out, but in the meantime, with the
Oh, see now.
prep, huh?
No, I'm saying that now, Kamik, you just gave away that you are not American. Are you British? Because nobody calls it university here. That is a British saying. Kamik, what part of the UK are you from? And I have a psychology degree, an utterly useless psychology degree that I literally just paid off last year. I paid off my
Yeah,
loans. 30 years it took me. Well, maybe not 30, a little less, 25, because I got it 30 years ago, and then but yeah, that's how long it took, and I did nothing with it. So, Alan reminds me of educated brother from New Jack City. Oh, the one that there's a pretty motherfucker. That one. Oh shit!
I
You
hear
probably
you.
never saw New Jack City, huh, Alan? I think you're too young.
What, are you kidding me? You know what the crazy part is? So I'm 39,
Oh, you're not that
but
young. That's right. You look young.
yo, I actually went to the movies to see New Jack City with my aunt.
You must have been like 10.
Young, man,
Yeah.
young. You know, back then, like kids were going to the movies to see little, these crazy films.
Yeah.
We didn't have all that,
Oh,
I
we have a
guess,
question for
political.
you. Who's your favorite fighter?
All time or currently? I mean,
I believe he means all time, but you can give us both.
all time, I would say probably Sweet Pea. Sweet
Ooh.
Pea. Sweet Pea is probably my favorite. I mean, it's hard, man. I love Shane Mosley. Marvin Hagler is before my time, but I love watching film on him. That's,
Mm-hmm.
probably, my generic favorite. Currently, Bud Crawford's my favorite.
I just
Uh,
dropped a video on Sweet Pea, him against Jake Rodriguez. I did a video.
wow,
I dropped it
man.
yesterday. It's actually a
Broke my
re-release, but yeah.
broke my heart watching him against Felix Trinidad. But I know, he was old and it was oh, you said currently, yeah, Bud Crawford, man. Bud Crawford's my
Attorney
favorite.
Bailey wants to know if you were a 2L. I don't know what that means. That's some legal shit.
Yeah, 2L for sure.
What's that mean?
Second year law student.
Okay, okay. Norfolk, stand up. Okay, okay. Kamik, I didn't forget about you. What part of the UK you from, man? Tell me. Wait, is that you in the picture? Let's see. Oh, it might be.
Yo, so who wanna talk Canelo's resume? Because I think that, Bud Crawford in their press, he was gonna kind of point out some things, but he's a little bit more respectful than I am. I mean, Bud is a really respectful dude, but I mean,
So you're betting
there's
for you think Bud's gonna win this fight, right?
yeah, fairly easily though. I
Well,
mean, we talked about this. We
right,
talked
right,
about
right. Well, I'm just
it's a
refreshing, but this guy here is gonna want you to put some money on it because this guy's trying to bet everybody. He's going for Canelo, our buddy Vlogs. He's trying to bet
oh,
everybody.
okay. How about you
I mean,
bet everyone and then I'll bet you on push-ups. See, it looks like you got some arms in there. I'll bet you on push-ups. How about that? You got 30
oh,
in you or 50? Let's do 50. Let's bet 50 push-ups live on video here at Marco's house. Let's do that.
oh shit! 50 push-ups.
Let's bet them
Can
push-ups.
you could do 50 in one shot?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever tried. I probably could. No, maybe not. That's pretty. I guess if you're not used to it, it's probably pretty tiring.
And let's be real. I'm 6'6". I have like over a 7-foot wingspan, so that's challenging for me.
What'd you say? You're 6'6"?
Yeah, I'm 6'6".
Jesus Christ, tall. Okay, damn.
Yeah.
You ever play ball?
Yeah, of course. I played at the small. I started at St. Louis University and I transferred to the small college in St. Louis,
Were you
Fine
shooting
Art
or
University.
point?
You say what?
Shooting or point? Where'd you
I was
play?
a small forward, man.
Small forward. Oh,
Man,
okay,
that
okay.
7-foot wingspan. I played a little bit on a block, man. They had me. I did my thing. I had fun, man. I had fun. Tore my ACL and all that cool jazz. But
Damn. Okay. Fairly easy. Makes some money off vlogs. Okay.
barely.
Alan, you are a 2L. Are you a 2L in law school? Yeah, he said he
Yes,
was.
yes.
I've done the cam up push-ups before. I mean, shit. I got 78 in me. Oh shit.
No.
What'd you think?
We're not talking about 78 from 5 years ago, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then the videos edited. We want lives. We want live push-ups. We want live 50. You say
What?
he's 6'1".
You're 6'1" vlogs? Really? I thought you said you were like 5'10" or 11, like my height. Damn. 6'6", so you could dunk no problem.
Yeah, of course, of
Ooh,
course.
did you have hops? Did you do tricks or just basic shit?
You know what, tricks is based on you know, agility and all that. I mean, I can do some basic stuff, 360, two hand, one hand, but I wasn't doing like,
Windmill?
I didn't have the coordination for windmill.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But like, I was more of a, I was a 2 foot dunker, so I dunked a bit hard. You know what I mean?
Off the vert.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that yesterday. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Good for it.
Dominique Wilkins, in my opinion, was probably the dopest 2 foot dunker I could think of in history.
The 2 foot, it's crazy because like, man, 2 foot, the 2 foot dunker versus the 1 foot dunker. It just like, I feel like the 2 foot dunkers, if you have really good hops, it looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Vince Carter was a 2 foot dunker.
Was he?
Yeah, I think he was a 2 foot dunker.
Mm.
But
I know Jordan was one.
man,
Uh,
it's this kid for the Warriors named Jonathan Kaminga.
mm-hmm.
He's one of the most athletically gifted like leapers I've ever seen in my life.
Mm. I
And
mean,
then he's like ambidextrous. I feel like
mm-hmm.
from hand and feet, like he has to be like a soccer player or something. Like this dude, like his feet is insane.
Some of these guys, I don't know if you guys ever just go online. That's the great thing about the internet. I've seen some of these guys are like 5'5", 5'6", and dunking like insane. You see some of the most insane talents now with the internet,
Oh my gosh.
like crazy shit. There's that white kid too. He's super good. He's only like 6'1", I think, and he did something on the NBA. He dunked in front of like Gary Payton and
Oh yeah, yeah. Is he the guy where Gary Payton was like, oh, he's an avatar?
yes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he
yeah,
has like I
yeah.
think he has like bleached hair. Yeah.
White dude. Man,
Yes.
he has he has this like his specialized dunk is insane. I don't know how he do it, but
Mm-hmm.
crazy
Mm-hmm.
talent.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Cummings is very athletic. Kaminga, I think you meant to say Kaminga, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
Warriors need to let him go.
Oh yeah, yeah. That kid's one of the most athletically gifted, like everything. He has absolutely everything. It's insane, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Matt McClung. Yeah, he could jump.
Matt McClung, yeah,
To me,
he's
the dopest I've ever seen was probably Spud Webb. Like in terms of size, like oh my god. I just know Marco was a hooper. Yeah, man. I used to play street ball. I was a really good shooter, um, and really good defense. But and I got good rebounds and blocks, believe it or not, considering but my passing and my court awareness. I never played organized ball. It was just street ball. That's it. But yeah, I used to want to be a ball player. My grandfather, little known fact, my grandfather played pro ball in the 20s, pro
damn.
basketball. But that's when he had like a set shot. He would shoot like this. Like that was back in the day, and it wasn't like it was a professional. Like he got paid, but it was like before the any unknown.
Mm.
Like yeah, but he was a pro basketball player. Damn. So how many miles can you run straight? Me? Shit.
Yeah.
I could keep going and I don't get tired running from boxing.
I'm a biker, man. I cycle, man. I'll give you 50 miles any day on the bike, but I'm not running.
Mm, I hate running. The most I ever ran one was 5 miles. I've
Jeez.
never like when I was training to fight, I wouldn't go more than 2 miles when I ran. I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, no.
I would go 20 blocks one way and 20 blocks back home. Because New York City, you gotta gauge it by blocks. That's what I would do. I knew that 20 blocks is roughly a mile. So
So who do you have in this fight, Marco? I don't know. What's going on?
which one? Canelo?
Yeah, Canelo Bud. What's your thoughts here?
50-50. I can't.
50-50.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I don't know. I could see either scenario unfolding. I will say they're pretty even. So like Bud has more skill, pound for pound, but Canelo has that at least apparent, supposed size advantage, but he does have the advantage of fighting in the professional ranks at middleweight and super middleweight and light heavyweight, whereas Bud has never fought pretty much out of welter except his 154. You know what I mean? So those things kind of even each other out. So I don't know.
I really don't think it does, because I think that Canelo, he took advantage of some less experienced fighters within a 68, and then I guess we can give him the Kovalev dub, but really Kovalev was a dead man walking, right? He wasn't really up to par from a conditioning standpoint. Physically, he
Mhm.
really didn't overwhelm Canelo. I mean, he had a great jab in
He
that
was
fight,
winning
so
that fight until he
he
got
was
caught.
definitely winning that fight, but
It's
he
yeah.
still had conditioning issues, and he was
Well,
kind of exposed by
he
Andre
wasn't
Ward.
throwing hard punches. I remember thinking to myself, like, I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but I'm like, why is he not like he wasn't punching hard? It was weird. He was just tapping.
He didn't have the conditioning in that fight. I
Maybe.
mean, it's rarely you find a fighter who have less conditioning than Canelo.
Hmm.
Whisper, but I think that I don't know. I'm not that overly impressed by Canelo's resume. I know a lot of people talk about that. His resume this, resume that, but it's some questionable things going on within his resume.
Hmm.
And
Like what?
so, you know, obviously 68, nothing is really aging well from Jaime to Berlanga. Um, Caleb Plant really not aging that well. Um, eh, I mean, if you look across Triple G, you think about the Triple G bout. I was thinking about this. Like, you can't really name one round where you're like, okay, I remember that as Canelo being extremely impressive. Um, I
I,
don't remember.
I was
I
impressed in the second fight with Triple G. Not extremely, but I was impressed because he came at him more aggressive. I thought he pulled out the second fight. The first fight, I thought Triple G
and
won.
there's actual fights. I don't remember one round against Lara where I was like, damn, I'm impressed by Canelo. I don't remember one round against Floyd Mayweather where I was like, damn, I'm pretty impressed. I don't remember one round outside of the round where he buzzed Austin Trout where I was like, damn, he looks impressive. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get
And
what
this
you're saying.
this is a stylistic thing. When I look across styles where I'm like, okay, he's looking impressive against a good foot, a slick foot fighter who could stick a jab, who can make him think. Any fighter that had to make him think, I don't remember him looking that impressive against.
Hmm. Okay.
And so and then all these guys was consistent against all of them. Even Bivol, it was not power that caught my attention. It wasn't power. It was all about the skill level. It was all about the foot moving, the flanking, the jabbing. You know what I mean? Where
Uh,
guys that made him reset.
Let me read this real
Floyd.
quick. Let me read this
Huh?
real quick. Vlog. Let me read this real quick. Vlogs. Appreciate you. 2 piece, extra crispy. Dead man walking. Yo, vlogs. Why don't you jump in? Debate
Come
him.
on in. Come on in.
Debate him. Debate the lawyer. Oh,
Hey,
we got somebody in now. Who's this?
It's just 44.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Got a question for you, Marco.
Go ahead.
I hear everybody talk about Triple G, and help me to understand this. Um, who did Triple G fight, or what? Like, what was his resume looking like that put Triple G as this, like, I mean, I guess that's the best fighter on Canelo, or one of the best fighters, or I guess one of Canelo's best fights, right? That's what people say, right? The
Right.
trilogy. But what made Triple G what he is? Like, what was his resume? Because
Okay.
all I hear, go ahead. Can you
Oh,
answer
okay.
that?
Yeah, I mean, I could give it a shot. So first off, he retired with an 88% knockout ratio, which is outstanding, right? That's almost that's that. So he's a knockout artist. He never has been down. He beat guys like Kasim Uma. He beat Rosado. He beat
Yeah.
Matthew Macklin. I'm going to go through them a little bit. Now none of these are. He beat Marco Antonio
Yeah.
Rubio, Willie Monroe, David
Yep.
Lemieux,
Yeah.
Kel Brook, who was smaller, but he beat him. Danny
Yeah.
Jacobs, that was a very impressive one. And of course, he beat Canelo the first time, in my opinion. He didn't get it, though.
Yeah.
And
And the reason why I asked, right, is because I watch you on the other show, The Boxing Voice,
Mhm.
and I constantly hear the next gentleman talk about, well, who did he beat? Who, he's a nobody. No one knows him. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I'm familiar with those names, but like, to be very honest, in the grand scheme of things, all those names seem so kind of distant. They're like, are they really name fighters? So when he has an 80% knockout ratio, like, I mean,
88.
who?
Well, okay, you're right. But he fought everybody in his era. So, like, what else could he have done?
No,
Like,
I'm with you. No, I'm with you. I'm
Mhm.
I'm with you. I guess. But that's the reason why I think resumes and names. I think it's just kind of bullcrap because
Oh, it is.
at the
It
at
is.
the end of the day, you can't devalue a fighter because the only options that they have. Not to say that some fighters don't duck, but if the options are the options, man. You know what I mean? Like, because I see so much emphasis on Triple G, but if you really look at it, I mean, we could throw him in the same basket of like, who did he fight? You know what I mean? Where are the names, quote unquote, outside of Canelo and maybe two other, right? But honestly speaking, where are the names that
So,
people put so much
Well,
value in? Go ahead.
so do you
let me.
think that you're saying that Canelo's resume isn't that strong either?
I have to agree with that because whenever I hear Canelo, everybody goes back to the Triple G fight. And then I'm like, okay, who is Triple G? Like, when you look at his resume, what about his resume makes him an elite, quote unquote, elite opponent?
Well,
You know what I mean? Go
I
ahead.
think that. Well,
for starters, the dude literally uh, didn't lose in 12 years, and the losses he had were questionable. The one loss he had was very questionable. His last fight to Canelo, he definitely lost. So, the motherfucker didn't lose in 20 years, or almost 20 years. So that
Understood.
alone, and was a champion fighting contenders. So,
Understood.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you're right. He didn't have the biggest names, but that's not his fault.
Understood. Go ahead. I think the gentleman was gonna say something too.
Go ahead, Alan.
well, yeah. I was gonna say that I'm with you. But here's the thing, man. I just want to help you out with this. Is that sometimes the resume or the names may not be what impress you. It may be how these guys are winning could be impressive. And I think that with Triple G, what was impressive is that he did have something that a lot of guys could not figure out, and that was his power jab. His That jab was just hard to figure out. It was almost like the Kareem hook shot. I mean,
Yeah,
he would stick that jab on you, and it is pretty much a wrap. And so I think that what made people a little bit impressed by Canelo is that he was able to take that jab, and he got beat up by the jab, and continue to fight. So that's kind of how I look at it. No, in terms of names, no,
I agree.
it's not like it's not a lot of names, but really you got to just think about back then about who were the names that was available for him to fight.
I
To
agree.
Michael's point,
I agree. One thing an issue I had with Triple G is that why in the Canelo fight he didn't. Why did he go to the body when he was killing people from the body in all his other fights? Why,
I
why
think
didn't he
that
go to the body?
I think that one of the things that he wanted to take away from Canelo, who at that point he did have his reaction time was pretty solid, and he was still pretty good with like
Making you
the
pay.
counter shots
Yep. You
and
go
throwing.
downstairs. Yep.
Yeah, he was pretty good with countering, but he was also decent with combination punching. Even then, like he's
Yeah.
never, in my opinion, he's never been a great combination puncher. But back then, he could, put some punches together
Okay.
on his counterattack. And so I think that Triple G
he knew that he had advantage with feet as well as that jab and keeping Canelo off of him. And
Okay.
so he believed that he could win with that alone, and which I believe he did in the first two fights. He really beat Canelo up with the jab. And
No, I agree. I mean, I thought Canelo lost the first fight. In my opinion.
Me too.
And
So
just consider this also: if a fighter, if you're in a fight and you're beating a guy up with one punch, like why do you got to do any? What else you got to do? What do you want to? Why do you got to put yourself in harm's way when you are easily winning rounds with one thing?
Yep.
yeah, and this is the problem that I have, and I just want to hear you guys' take on it. And it's a good take. The problem I have is that I feel that we have all these conversations, and like I said, I'm just listening in the background, and people talk about resumes and oh, this person, yeah, they did this, but who did they fight? And but then they exclude all the politics that determine an outcome. So what we essentially have is we have fighters in positions be in that position. But because they're in that position, we're forced to have conversations that aren't genuine, you know? And that's like, I just get annoyed by that.
I mean, for me, when it comes to Canelo, I think he is the
Keep it going,
clear
guys. I'm gonna step
easy.
away for a second. Just keep it going. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
yeah. I just think that Canelo is a clear, easy, but obvious guy who you can be critical for a resume because he is one of maybe one of two or three guys in the entire sport who could get any fight he wants. And so then you look down his resume and see the guys who he fought, and you're wondering, like, well, like, why does his resume look like this when you know he can fight anyone? How is
Yeah.
it that he's bringing guys up or bringing guys down, and he's fighting these guys with no career at all? Jaime McGee and Berlinga. Why are fights like this even happening when you know you can get in a ring with any fighter in the world? Why not fight the guys that's right next to you? Why not fight the number one contenders? Why not fight your mandatories? Why not fight these guys that's really going to elevate you as an all-time great instead of taking advantage of these low IQ C fighters who shouldn't be in a ring with you at all? That's my argument. You know what I mean? That's my argument. I'm not gonna hype up Canelo's resume because I know that and, and I don't like to use duck language, but I know that he used boxing politics, like you said, to not fight some of these fighters that he should have fought.
Yeah. You there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm still here.
You there?
And
Still here.
I'm not giving credit to no guy resume because they fought a particular guy and lost. I'm not giving Canelo a
He's cutting out.
resume
You're cutting
credit
out.
because you lost and you got dominated and you looked silly in the process. You looked silly against
Yeah,
Laurie.
I'm here.
Come on now.
You back?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I'm get
that fight was close. But
Yeah.
which
everybody's
fight?
almost Lara and Canelo. That was a close fight. A lot of people thought Canelo
Bro,
lost that one,
Marco,
obviously.
Marco, let's be clear. Canelo looked absolutely silly in that fight. He looked silly.
I gotta
And
watch it
at the end of the
again.
fight, he didn't even think he won. He
I
looked
gotta watch it
silly.
again.
He you know what I mean?
I don't remember.
He he didn't make proper foot movement, head movement. I mean, Lara just peppering him with punches. It was a boxing clinic. It's a boxing clinic.
Yeah, I gotta watch
You
it
know.
again because I can't comment because I don't remember. But I always hear that narrative. Everybody always thinks Canelo lost that fight. So, and that
I
happens.
mean, even watching the Austin Trout fight, I'm like, man, he looked goofy, man. He's looking goofy in this fight
So
against Bud Crawford.
you
Huh?
think Bud what stops him?
I think that Bud has, like your boy Roy Jones said, I think Bud has several different ways to win.
Okay.
And
How do
and
you
if
think it's gonna happen?
uh the easiest way is to say, okay, I think he's just gonna outbox him and make it look clean. He's gonna turn him. He's gonna make him reset 4 to 5 times each round. I can guarantee you in this fight, Canelo he's gonna reset 4 to 5 times each round. I believe that Bud Crawford is gonna at some point in this fight, 5 to 6 round, maybe around the 6 or 7 round, you're gonna see Canelo on his back feet. You're gonna see
Really?
him on his back feet like we saw in the Bivol bout when he was taking punches, 1-2 punches, and trying to rethink what he's gonna do. Okay, I,
I
I but if he does stop him, I don't think it's going to be because he's badly hurt, but I think it's going to be because of conditioning. I think that Canelo is just going to. I don't believe in his conditioning. I'll say that.
so
I can
my
see Bud buzzing him for sure, but it'll probably be because he's just so out of shape at the end where they stop the fight. So I could see
like
that.
my prediction, the only thing I could say is I do think it might be a very lackadaisical, tactical, almost to the point where it's called boring. I also think it's going to be close. I don't see either guy dominating. There might be a clear winner, maybe, but I still think it's going to be competitive.
Marco, there's never been a fight Canelo was in that he lost or got a draw in where someone from the judges panel somebody thought it was a close fight. Even though he got dominated by Floyd and Bivol, someone thought it was a draw
You
or
Yeah.
sure?
know uh, between 2 or 3 rounds. So even if Bud dominate the fight, it's gonna be a 115-113 looking like card.
Well, okay, maybe. I think it's going to be a close fight, like in reality, not just bad
Okay.
judging. I
I
think it'll
don't
be competitive.
I don't see. If here's the one thing I do question, I have no idea what stands Bud is going to fight in. Against Earl Spence, I knew he was going to come out southpaw, take away the jab, and beat him up from the southpaw stand. From this fight, I'm not all that sure what stand Bud is going to fight in, which is why I don't really care much about Boots sparring Canelo
I think
because
he's going to
it's
start
not.
south. I think he's going to start southpaw. Let me read this real quick.
How long?
Mo, extra crispy 2-piece. Marco folding his underwear off camera. That's a really weird thing to say, Mo. I don't know why your mind goes
Tutti
there.
frutti.
Visually, goodness gracious.
Well, I don't think that's. You said that nobody ever gives. You said that Canelo's never had close fights. You said that people always. Well, no,
There's
he's
never
never
been a fight.
dominated.
There's never been a fight where Canelo got dominated in, where you were like, okay, where the judges actually gave it to the opposition as a domination. Every fight he got dominated in, it was considered a close fight. So if he get dominated against Bud, it's going to be considered a
I mean,
close fight.
Bivol wasn't close. Floyd wasn't close, was it? I don't think
Yes,
it
but it
was.
was still somebody gave it a. Yeah, but
Let's see.
look at the judges' cards.
Let's see. Floyd Mayweather was Canelo scorecards. Let's
Look
see.
at the cards against Lara. Look at the.
All right. Oh, you're right. One judge had it a draw against Floyd. Wow. Okay, so let's see Bivol.
I can I give my prediction?
Sure. All three judges had it 115, 113 for Bivol. So that's close-ish. Go ahead.
115, 113.
Yeah, that's close.
115, 113. That means that one round decided the fight.
Yeah, all three judges had that.
Isn't that crazy? Look at the cards against Lara.
Shut up, son.
Where's Laura? Let's see. I mean, Laura was, it's 117, 111, 115, 113, 115, 113. So one guy had 117, 111, then the others had it only for one round for Canelo.
That's crazy.
Jerry, who was it? Levi Martinez. I don't know who the fuck that is, but that was him. Huh. Okay. Were you gonna say something? 4-4.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I want to give my prediction.
Okay. This MF act like it was 10-2. I think he's talking about Allen. Ring awareness. So only Bud has ring awareness.
Who
LOL.
mentioned ring awareness? I can mention Ring IQ, Tim Cheatham, of course.
Tim Cheatham. Terrible last name. Yes, Bud has high level awareness. If Canelo plays possum thinking Bud will empty the clip, Bud won't empty the clip to gas and let Canelo roll unnecessary shots. Okay. This guy has no idea what he's talking about. I assume that's you. Canelo about to put so much pressure on Bud. Bud is going to be fighting, going backwards, trying to counter. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, listen. The great thing about it is that we know from a historical perspective that pressure fighters against boxer punchers they never go well. So I think Bud and anybody else who watch Bud, they're hoping that Canelo is going in a straight line like he always do, swinging those wild punches, and hoping for something to happen. But realistically, let's talk about it, Marco. When the last time we saw Canelo as this pressure fighter that they've been talking about?
I mean, he was pressuring Charlo. Charlo was just running.
Yeah,
Well,
he wasn't
He was just running.
he wasn't pressuring Charlo with punches. He was pressuring Charlo with boxing off the ring and swinging haymakers.
Well, yeah,
You
Charlo
know,
was running. That was still pressure. He was pressured Berlanga too.
yeah, but pressure like foot pressure, feet pressure,
He was
mental
following
pressure.
him, pressuring. Pressure is following and imposing yourself on the person. That's pressure.
Cool. Okay, cool. But what was he doing?
Thank you,
What was
Shane.
he?
He was trying to fucking hit him, following him around and trying to hit him. You know how hard it is to hit somebody who's running, like literally, because those guys weren't moving; they were running. There's a
Well,
big difference between running and movement.
the guys that beat Canelo, they were pretty much in his face. They were on top of him.
They were, yeah, pop, 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 and then a little movement. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
would
yeah,
move.
yeah.
Yeah,
But Bud's not going to be moving. I
Bud
mean,
doesn't move.
this
Right.
this fight is going to be in the center of the ring.
yeah, that
Um, you
I'm
know,
kind of that kind of goes
occasional
along with my
movement here and there.
prediction.
Yeah, I think.
Can I give my prediction?
Yeah, let me just say this. I think if Bud wins, it'll be super impressive because, like Alan just said, I think he will be just right in front of him and beating somebody at their own game like that. But yeah, go ahead, Four.
My prediction is that Canelo has never fought in a long time someone who is, number one, not afraid of him, number two, who is going to bring the fight directly to him. And I think
Yeah.
that's what's going to shock people, and that's what's going to shock Canelo. Case in point, people were just as much shocked in how he stepped to Spence, who everybody perceived as a power puncher, the pressure, relentless, blah, blah, blah. And then when they saw Crawford toss him to the side and stood in his face, it was almost a nightmare. There is not one fight of recent that I've seen anyone fight Canelo with a sense of, you're not going to beat me. I'm going to knock your head off before you knock my head off. Everybody is reluctant. Everybody is very cautious in how they fight Canelo of recent. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's going to be to Canelo's detriment. I'm going to be very honest, because Crawford's not that kind of guy. Even if Crawford loses, I can guarantee you he is going to go down with a vicious fight. We're going to at least be able to say he really brought it. And that right there is an element that nobody's talking about. They're only talking about what we've been kind of conditioned to believe as we watch Canelo and what he's done. Like, I'm sorry, like, I don't say anybody is impressed with the Berlanga fight. That, you know, he doesn't knock Berlanga out, but I'm supposed to believe that he's just this power puncher. But then Hamza Shiraz comes in, knocks Berlanga clean out. Clean. So now, based on everyone's logic, should I say Hamza Shiraz is a bigger power puncher or a harder puncher than the great Canelo? I mean, Munguia gets sparked out by someone who doesn't even have power, to the point that he has to take PEDs in the rematch to win and gets
In his
disqualified.
hometown. In his hometown.
Yes. Like, why aren't we talking about this? But guess what? You know what the excuse is? Well, Canelo didn't really want to spark him out as his fellow, countryman, so he just took it easy on him. Oh, okay, okay. If you believe that, okay, let's talk about the Skull fight. Let's be honest. The reason why Canelo didn't spark Skull out because those little hits that Skull was getting in, it made Canelo think twice. Because let me tell you, if Skull had no power, I don't care how much he's running. Canelo would say, you know what, run all you can run, but I'm coming at you. I'm going to eat a hit just so I can land a bigger hit. Guess what? You saw when Skull uppercutted him, you saw Canelo rethink, like, okay, I got to be careful. Why? I mean, like, why nobody talks about this great power puncher? Like, it's kind of weird to me because of recent, I'm not saying of late, of recent, what has he done to convince people that he's just flatlining people?
Okay.
Sorry, I just don't see it.
In his technique, Marco, you're a boxer. You know his technique is terrible. Canelo's technique is terrible.
I
He's
disagree.
dragging that back foot around the ring. You know what I mean? He's not making proper foot movements.
I disagree.
He's resetting. He's easily reset. Like, guys are easily making a reset. Easily.
Yeah, I don't think it's terrible.
Oh my God. He doesn't have head movement. He doesn't even box his way in. He just throw looping hooks to come inside on boxers. What are you doing? I was watching that fight against Skull, and I was like, man, if he's gonna be throwing looping hooks to try to come inside on Bud, it's gonna be a nightmare.
I mean, I don't know, man. I think he adjusts very well to what's in front of him. I think
So why didn't he adjust the Skull?
Skull was running.
But when the last
I
time
mean,
you were like, oh, he made an incredible adjustment?
What do you mean? The last like 3 dudes he fought were fucking running, literally, like not engaging.
I mean, Jaime Munguia was running.
No, Jaime wasn't, but the others were.
Berlanga was running.
Berlanga, Skull, and Charlo running. Yes, definitely.
Okay,
Berlanga was a little less than Skull and then Charlo, but he was also, he wasn't engaging that much.
I think we're confusing the lack of engagement from his opponent as running. Berlanga didn't really run. Berlanga was just like I said, he gets these fighters in the ring that are already defeated mentally. Like, what are you afraid of, Charlo? What are you afraid of, Berlanga? Munguia at least wasn't afraid. And if you look at that fight, Marco, look how much Canelo was getting hit. Just look. Those looping shots, he missed a lot of shots. I mean, it's just incredible to me how I just feel like people don't really look and really see. Like, no, they weren't running. Now, I mean, the Skull, if you want, that's run. Okay, great, that's running. But I don't think Berlanga was running at all. I just think Berlanga was being very cautious, hesitant. I didn't see that ferocious talk he does. You know what I mean? In the ring, he was just kind of being very meticulous in how he moved, hesitant to punch. I'm like, yo, why don't you punch, man? Punch the dude. Munguia fought. I didn't even like the Canelo and Caleb Plant fight. I mean, what opponent in the middle of the fight whispers to your whispers, hey, you didn't think I could do that, right? Like, that's a good job, right?
Yeah,
like,
that was terrible.
Like, come on, Marco. Let's see. Thank you for admitting that.
That was
terrible. How are you gonna make me believe that Caleb Plant was in there to win when he's actually seeking approval from the person that you're trying to beat?
I'm with you. That was starstruck. That was clearly starstruck. Yeah.
Thank you, Marco. Thank you.
No, I mean,
and that's all I'm saying.
It's a fact.
Kayla was boxing his ears off too.
No, I mean, Caleb was, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it still was with a level of hesitation.
Until he wasn't. Yeah, until he got caught.
Until he wasn't.
Until he wasn't. But Caleb Plant struggled with the conditioning issue. Conditioning. He's
Okay.
Hey
always had
guys, you
conditioning
want to know why
problems.
they're afraid? Why they go in the ring and they're
Get him,
afraid?
Mo.
Because
Get him, Mo.
Canelo makes them afraid. Like, what are you talking about? You want to know why Berlanga was afraid? He was fighting afraid because once Canelo actually countered him cleanly, he fucking knocked his 200 big ass pound ass down. Like, what are we talking
Get him,
about?
Mo.
The whole fight with Berlanga and Charlo, they're moving away from him, not even trying to engage, and he would
So
cut off the ring and corner them, literally corner them in the corners, and then put the
okay,
beats
so
on them.
help
Like,
us understand.
Marco,
So
these
let
two guys, I wasn't even gonna hop on, but Marco, these two guys have such little faith in Bud that they have to completely delude themselves into thinking that Canelo is a shitty fighter to think he has a chance. Hey guys, these are two great fighters, and Bud still has a really good chance. Like, you don't have to say that Canelo's a shitty fighter to say that
I
Bud
didn't
is
call
still
I
gonna
didn't I
win.
I
never
never
said he
Like,
was
called
you
a
guys
Canelo a
are
shitty fighter.
deluded.
I never called Canelo a
Delusional.
shitty
Go back and
fighter.
watch the fights. Like,
yeah,
literally,
but
just
I'll
go
tell you
study the
right now,
film.
he's a B
Go look
minus
at
fighter.
Bud. Go look
He's a
at
B
Bud. You want to know
minus
why
fighter.
Bud put the fucking beats on Spence? Because Spence was just coming straight at him. It was a unstoppable force, meeting Bud, who
What do you
was an
think
immovable
Canelo
object.
dumbass is
Instead
gonna
of him
do?
being afraid
What
and
do you
running
think
from him,
Canelo's gonna
he
do?
stood right in front of him, took punishment, blocked punches, took some to give some, and in the end, his punches were just better, more accurate than Spence's. That's why he beat him. He didn't
What do you
walk him
think
down.
Canelo's
He
gonna
didn't
do?
bully him. He
What
was
do you
just
think
stood
Canelo's
there and
gonna do?
let Spence come to him because Spence is an
What,
up and down, come forward, straight fighter, and Spence is
so what do
nowhere
you
near
call
as good of a
Canelo?
fighter as Canelo. Like, what do you mean?
Let
What
me
are you
know
guys
when I can
talking about?
respond.
This is
Let,
crazy.
let me know when I can respond. You can go first, Alan, and I can go after you.
All right, okay, go ahead.
You got it.
Go ahead.
No, all I'm saying he's calling out the reason why Bud beat Spence is because he's a straight up and down, come to your face fighter, pressure and all this. What do you think Canelo is? Canelo is the same exact style from the conventional stand, and in fact, I believe Earl Spence, who have poor feet, has better feet than Canelo Alvarez.
Let me real quick. I'm sorry, I missed these super chats. CJ, appreciate you, big dog. Alberto going to the fight. I predict fan man shit. And second one, CJ, appreciate you again. An original recipe two-piece. Bud makes better adjustments. It's undeniable. Guys, we 4 more. We'll hit the goal. Let's do it. Go ahead. Continue. Whoever was talking.
No, I just want to rebuttal that. I'll listen.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys are definitely being a little biased towards Bud and against Canelo. You know, you have some points, but I think you guys, as CJ would
Well,
say,
help me understand where I'm wrong
you're
at,
putting a lot of
Marco.
sauce on it, a lot of Alfredo sauce on it.
Yeah, but
Help me
you make it
understand.
sound, the way you make it sound is that these guys are fearful of his power for no reason, when it's because they don't want to get knocked the fuck out. The reason why
Or
Munguia,
perhaps
the
it's
reason why
just his
Charlo
Munguia
style.
and
fell one
Berlanga
shot.
both got knocked the fuck out in their last fights is for the same reason, because they had zero respect for the power of the guy they were fighting in front of, and they were doing everything right. They were boxing fine, and then they just, with reckless abandon, through all technique, and just ran right in and got blitzed and got knocked the fuck out. The same exact thing happened to both of them. Literally the exact same thing, which is what drives me crazy, which is what they didn't do against Canelo. That's why they didn't get knocked the fuck out, because they had more respect for Canelo.
And don't
And
forget
if you think that
Berlanga.
Bud's going to go in there and not fight 12 rounds, like he wants an autograph and a selfie and he wants to tag Canelo, you're delusional. He's going to fight this dude like he's a fucking legend. And he's going to hug him
don't
after the
forget,
fight and everything too. I promise you.
and don't forget, Berlanga was around 200 pounds the night of the fight.
I don't care
Well, no, it
how
matters.
big
It
a guy
matters.
is,
It
man. I
matters
don't care how big
because
no guy
no.
is.
Listen to me. Listen to me. It does matter because this is about how big Bud is not. Canelo has been fighting dudes way bigger than him, except Charlo, who fucking ran. Now he's fighting somebody who's his size or maybe smaller. So his punches are going to have more effect.
Marco, how many guys has Bud knocked out north of 147?
Well, none, obviously.
How many guys has Canelo knocked out north of 147?
A lot.
All of
A lot.
them.
All of his
Yeah.
KOs have come from guys that are bigger than 147. So I don't know how
All
we're
of his
saying that somehow
KOs?
he
Are
has
you
no
kidding me? What
power.
are
He
you
doesn't have
talking
more power
about?
than Bud. When
Dude,
objectively, the facts, not your feelings, not your emotions. Objectively, he does because he's fucking
dude,
knocked out bigger guys
most
than
of
Canelo, than
most of
Bud.
So
Canelo
can I?
knockouts, most of Canelo knockouts came between 0 and 40. All of those guys we never heard of. Cut it out. Cut it out.
And to the guy that posed that question, let me ask you a question, sir. So he didn't knock out Munguia, but Munguia gets knocked out by someone who is quote unquote has no power. How do you explain that, sir?
Because it has to do with how the fights go. It's
Yeah,
not that he got knocked out; it's
triangle
how
theory
he got
shit.
knocked out.
It's triangle
Dude,
theory shit.
the first 40
It's the manner
fights,
in which they got knocked out. Like
It's
this
stylistic.
isn't this like 1+1 math.
So
Like this is fucking high
okay,
science. Watch the
okay. So let me ask
fights.
you. So let me ask you this question: the fighter that knocked out Munguia, would you consider him more elite than Canelo, or would you consider Canelo
No,
more
No,
elite?
but that
no.
Okay,
happens.
so
I would say the reason why that like so. Let me reiterate. The reason why Munguia and Berlanga both lost in such brutal knockout fashion is not because the other guy at the cross the ring was better than them or they were necessarily better than them or because they're these world-class elite fighters. I'm saying is because they were so irresponsible and they fought a shitty fight with a shitty game plan. It has less to do with them being good and more to do with Munguia and Berlanga fighting like
okay.
fucking idiots.
And let me say this, that might be true, but the point is you can't take one fight and be like, well, I guess Canelo's garbage because the guy that, he couldn't knock out got knocked. It's one fight. Styles matter. A lot of shit matters. The majority, you have to look at the majority. And the majority of Canelo's fights are fucking dominant and they're knockouts, especially at his own natural weight, which is in or around 54, 60. That's how you got to look at it. One thing can't derail a whole career.
And these guys are way bigger than him. And he makes them look, these guys are way bigger than him, and he makes them be the ones that are afraid. According to these guys, according to them, he puts the fear of God in these dudes that are like 20, 30 pounds bigger than him. Come on.
If you look at it this way, the guy you're talking about who knocked out Jaime, that guy only had 4 knockouts. It was unlikely for him to knock anybody out. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing was just an unlikely chain of events. Canelo should have knocked.
Even though it's unlikely, it doesn't erase the fact that it happened.
Sure.
And it is and it matters. Like the bottom line is this. I get what you guys are saying. What I'm saying is that I consider Canelo an elite fighter. So I don't expect less from him. I don't get why you don't understand that. You see, I don't expect Munguia to get knocked out by somebody on paper that has no power. No power.
Yes, but it's not Canelo's fault. It's not Canelo's fault that he brings out the best in these guys. Munguia didn't drop his hands and come forward against Canelo like he did against that guy, that Saras guy. That's why he got knocked the fuck out. And Berlanga did the exact same thing. The difference is they had actually had respect for Canelo's power, and they didn't have respect for these guys when they should have.
And you're
talking as if Canelo didn't drop Munguia though. Canelo dropped Munguia.
Yeah, so
why would so when Canelo dropped Munguia with that enormous amount of power that he possesses in his hands, why was Munguia able to get back up from that?
You're saying that the fact that Canelo didn't knock out Munguia eliminates everything he's ever done and saying he doesn't have power. Is that
no, that's not no. If you notice what I said of recent. No, I said of recent.
Okay,
my
so
point is
what
I'm trying to say is that of recent. Everybody's stuck in the past. Okay. The recent Canelo, you're not going to convince me that the recent Canelo has what you're talking about.
And now
because if he did,
let me say this. You're right. I get what you're saying, but you also have to understand the recent Canelo is fighting way out of his weight class, whereas Bud will be his size. So this will be like watching Canelo fight at 54, basically. That's the difference. Bud is not 6 feet, 6'2", walking around at 200 pounds the night of the fight.
He's also fighting a guy in Bud Crawford that's way above his technical class as well. So we can talk about that. We're talking about an A-level fighter versus a B- fighter.
I don't know about that, Alan. Canelo has great technical, but he's limited skill-wise. So, you know what I'm saying? But he's a very good technical fighter. He just doesn't have all the bells and whistles that Bud does athletically.
Okay, so
Canelo also is limited because he's size. He has shorter arms and he's shorter than all the guys he's fighting against. That means he can only fight certain
But
ways.
him and
Like he
Bud
can't outbox
right.
a guy
Him
who's
and Bud
fucking
are
4 inches taller than him and shit.
exactly. But him and Bud are way closer in size than any of Canelo's previous opponents, except Charlo, who of course ran like a fucking maniac. So that's what I'm trying to say. If Bud was a natural super middle or a natural light heavy, I'd be like, okay. But he's not. And that's what makes
Just
it
notice
so intriguing.
notice that all the advantages that we perceive Bud to have in going into this fight are intangible things. But on paper, Canelo is the obvious favorite because he's a bigger guy, he's a stronger guy, he's fought the better competition. All on paper, everything is in Canelo's favor. But we're all banking on these intangibles that somehow Bud is gonna be fucking like magical.
Okay.
Fucking he's gonna work his magic
Okay,
in there. Like, come on.
so how often does these physical advantages that you're speaking of actually work in favor of a guy like Canelo over an elite skilled technician when it comes to boxing? It's rare. In the history of boxing, from this style point, the technical boxer always beat the pressure fighter. Always.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Always.
You're delusional. You're
Always.
lying to yourself. No, you
Always.
don't. No, they don't. They
Always.
100% do
Always.
not. What are you talking about?
Always.
They do
It's
not.
never
We
not
just
even-
saw
yes, they
Duarte
do.
beat Jonathan Sims 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about? He was the pressure fighter. He beat the technical boxer puncher. Throughout history, that's
But
always
who
the
was
case.
elite?
I know.
Who was elite?
You.
Who
I
was
know you
elite?
were emotionally
Who was elite?
connected. I
Who
know
was
you're
elite?
tied to that narrative, but that's not the truth.
Who
Okay,
was
I've
elite?
watched thousands and
Who was
thousands of
elite in that
boxing
fight?
matches. Sometimes the puncher wins. I'm sorry that's an inconvenient truth for you.
No.
But
I'm talking
in
about
this
the
mentality,
elite level.
Let's
sometimes
go
the
one at a
puncher
time so I can hear this
wins.
debate.
It's not
Yeah.
robbery. It's not always a robbery when the back foot fighter loses. Sometimes the puncher wins. Like, what
I'm
do you
talking
mean?
about it.
Sometimes the puncher is tougher, and they want it more,
talking about
and they
it-
put the beats on
I'm
the other
talking about-
guy.
I'm talking about at the elite level. I'm not talking about C level.
Even at the elite level, that doesn't mean that doesn't
Okay,
matter
so
at
name-
all. Even at the elite
Okay,
level, like, what do we
so-
mean? Adamas was the pressure fighter in the Shiraz fight, and he was putting the fucking beats on him, and people were saying he got
Okay.
robbed. What are you talking about?
Okay, so who was the elite fighter? Who was the elite fighter?
What do you mean?
In
Who was the
which case?
A-level fighter? Who was the
In which
A-level
case? What are you talking
fighter?
about?
Who was the A-level fighter in Shiraz against Adamas? Who was the A-level fighter?
Apparently Adamas, because he's the one who had a better
Cut it
performance.
out. It was no A-level fighter. I'm talking about at the elite level. I'm talking about A plus A plus B. I'm talking about at the elite level. I'm not talking about C-level fighters. I'm talking about A-level fighters. A-level fighters at the absolute
Just because you
elite
say they're
level.
not A doesn't mean that they aren't SA. So I say that he's an A fighter, and he's the one who should have gotten the fucking win. We saw Jalil Hackett fighting that Roman guy in Puerto Rico. He was in my opinion, he's an A-level fighter. He's just gotten bad breaks because he's up and comer. But in my opinion, he was the pressure fighter, and he got fucked, and he should have won. In the Lemos fight with fucking Hitchens, he was the pressure fighter, and he got fucked. He should have won. Like, what are we talking about? Happens all the time. Punchers win, guys. Sometimes the puncher, the guy who you don't like, who maybe he doesn't have the same skin tone that you have, sometimes he fucking wins. Sometimes it's a reverse.
so
Sometimes it's the black guy who's the pressure fighter, and sometimes he fucking wins. Like, you guys need to let go of these tropes, like, and these shitty narratives. Look at the facts. Watch boxing. I don't understand how you could possibly say that. I've seen thousands of fucking fights where the pressure fighter, the puncher, the guy who comes forward is just tougher than the other guy, and he outworks him and he wins. It's not.
So
We like
name-
to say that
then
skills
we-
pays
we
the bills,
don't
but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't.
I like that you know that Canelo is lacking in skills because he's going to get his butt kicked based on skills alone. Every fight he's ever been in against an elite fighter at the boxing level, he got his butt kicked. And it's not going to happen. It's going to happen the same way on September 12th or 13th. He's not going to beat this guy because he's an A-level boxer.
So make
and
up your
that's who
mind. So
Canelo
make up your
loses
mind.
to.
So is Bud gonna walk him down like a puncher, or is he gonna fight off the back foot like a boxer, or is he gonna stand in the middle? Because that's not what a boxer does. A boxer doesn't just stand in the middle of the ring and trade with someone. So make up your mind, because the way you tell it, he's magical. He can do everything, and he's gonna do everything to fucking. He's gonna every possible scenario. Bud wins for you. This is delusional to me. I'm a Bud fan, but that's delusional.
Bud is gonna beat Canelo in 4 or 5 different ways. He's gonna beat him side to side. He's gonna beat him up and down. He's gonna put him on his
Delusional.
back
He has
foot.
one way to
He's gonna.
win, and his way to win is to outbox him. That's it. He's not gonna outpunch him. He's not gonna walk him
You can.
down. He's gonna do
You can.
none of
You
that
can.
shit. You're
You can. You
deluded,
can.
dude.
You can.
Delusional.
You can.
Can I
You
respond
can
to him?
outbox a guy on. You go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. So I'll let you go, Al. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that you can outbox a fighter by putting them on their back foot as well. Because you outboxing a guy doesn't mean that you're just making them miss and you're on your back foot. No, you can put that guy on their back foot. You can counter them. You can go to the body. You can jab them. You can do several different ways when you're outboxing an opponent. So you're wrong. You're wrong. You just have this correct mindset on what you think a boxer does. A boxer is not just a guy that's sitting on their back foot. A boxer can do many different things.
Okay.
I just think words have meaning, and it's not just whatever is convenient for us at the time. So, in my opinion, if you think that somehow Bud is gonna beat Canelo with like lateral movement and doing all this shit, it didn't work for Berlanga, it didn't work for Munguia, it didn't work for Plant, it didn't work for Charlo. He's gonna corner him. He's gonna cut the ring off unless he just literally turns tail and just runs the whole fight like fucking Skull does, which he's not gonna do. Like, he's gonna trade with him, and he's gonna take some punches, guys. I promise you, if he wins or if he loses, Bud's gonna come out of this looking like he was in a fight. Like, he's not. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. This is not.
No,
He's not fucking this master boxer. He's gonna be like parrying punches off the gloves and the shoulders like Floyd. Like,
but what are you talking? Floyd
and
took
I'm
punches
rooting
by
for him.
Canelo.
I'm just saying, like, you guys are
You're not.
delusional
You're
the way you're
not.
painting this.
You're not. Floyd Mayweather took punches against Canelo. What are you talking about? It's a fight. Punch is supposed to land. Okay. Floyd Mayweather, he didn't do anything overly impressive against Canelo. He beat him with basic
Yes, he did.
fundamentals.
Wait, yes, to fight like that is very, very difficult. Yes, I promise you.
So
There's not a
okay.
single
So what did?
person. There is not a
Okay. So
single
what did?
person fighting out of the Philly shell since he retired that could do that. That could fight it. That could use it as masterfully as he did.
So
That's
what did
very,
he
very
do that was
difficult.
so? What did Floyd do that was overly impressive in that fight? What punch? What
Doing what
movement?
do
What
you
did he do?
mean? Okay,
Just let me
okay.
know. Just let me know. What
Understand
did he
that
do?
it's okay. Understand. Okay, let
No,
me
I
try
want to
to
talk. I'm
break
asking
this down for you in a very
specific.
simple way.
No,
And
no, no. Specific to that
think of it
fight.
like
Specific.
okay, okay. Well,
Specific
let me
to
try
that
to use
fight.
a
That's the only
metaphor
thing
so that
I'm
you
asking.
understand.
I don't
Just
want to
because
know
it's
metaphors. I
simple
want to know
doesn't mean that
specific
it's
to that
easy
fight.
to do. Just because
Okay,
it's
so
simple
what
doesn't
did
make
he
it
do?
easy.
What did Floyd Mayweather do that was overly special and impressive in that fight outside of basic
What do you mean
boxing fundamentals?
he's a masterful Philly shell fighter? What are you talking about?
What did he do? What did he do? Tell me. Give me details. What
I
did he
just
do?
said. What do you
Specific.
mean? I just
What did he
said
do?
he was using his jab and he was blocking and parrying shots. That's not an easy thing to do. Do you understand that? Do you understand that
That
that the
is
way he did it
that's
is not easy? Okay, name me
basic
one
boxing
person. Name me
fundamentals.
one person who's been able to fight with master that style since Floyd retired.
I would say
Laura did that to Canelo.
Okay, that's
Same thing.
okay. So he does not fight out of the
Same
Philly
thing.
shell. So that's one.
But,
In fact,
but
name me
what I'm
more than 3 people. Name me more than 3 people in the history of boxing that mastered the Philly shell style as eloquently as he did, as elegantly as he did. Name me more than
James
3
Tony
people.
was James
Okay, there's
better out
James
the Philly
Tony,
shell.
and
I'm
I'll
sorry.
help you out. The other one is Georgie Benton. So name me one more.
You say outside of Floyd Mayweather, that's your 3.
Yes, I
No,
said, but
sure.
yeah,
In
that's
fact,
2 people. That's 2 people. Tony and Georgie
Shakur,
Benton. Name me another one.
Shakur Stevenson.
we just watched Shakur
Shakur
Stevenson do
Hey,
it
there
to
you
Stevenson.
go. There you go,
Zepeda.
dude. That was not a. Okay, I'm sorry, but as much as you guys want to say, Shakur took a lot of hits out of that. That was no fucking Floyd Mayweather masterful performance. You guys are just lying
What?
to yourselves. Look,
What
the
he
point
What?
is,
He
to fight
rolled
using that
everything. He
style
rolled
is
and
very,
slipped
very
everything.
difficult. That's not an easy thing to do. So just because something is simple doesn't mean it's easy. Hey, you know what? if you're a hiker and you're trying to get to the peak of a mountain, hey, just go straight up. Just go straight up. Why wouldn't you? It's simple. But just because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy. You have to go take a circuitous route around the fucking mountain to get to the peak. Just because it's going straight up is simple doesn't mean that it's easy. In fact, more often than not, it's really fucking hard. It's a lot hard to fight that way.
Great fighters make hard work look easy. That's why people are mad at Buzz Crawford. He make great fighters look like easy nothings. And that's what he's gonna do to Canelo. He's gonna make him look easy. It's easy. It's easy. It's gonna be
Yeah,
easy.
that's delusional.
It's easy.
Like, bro,
It's
you're lying to
easy.
yourself.
It's
Yes,
easy.
you
Canelo.
You're just lying to
It's
yourself,
easy.
man.
It's
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know where this comes from.
It's easy.
It's like it's more of like
easy.
it's more like blind faith fanaticism than boxing analysis. That's what I find insulting about it.
Day one, Marco, day one, before this fight was announced, I've been telling you Canelo is unimpressive tactically.
That's not. I mean, come on.
Tactically. His skills are limited. And he takes advantage of low IQ, C-level talent. Ben said this. It's easy work. It's going to be easy work. This is not no blind fanatics. You know what I mean?
I mean, this is the same person who said, wasn't you that called Triple G a bum or something like that? Or he was like a B-class fighter? Literally one of the greatest middleweights of all time?
No, Nia, don't put that in mind. I've never said that. Triple G smoked Canelo
What up,
twice.
Wavy? Where you been, Wavy? Damn.
Yeah, that wasn't me. I said Triple G smoked Canelo off a jab, one punch. One punch. He used one punch.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Didn't have to use much. Didn't have to use much. And I'm also a guy that's not overly impressed by Triple G's resume. Like, guys like to bring resumes to the ring like that matters. Okay, the resume don't put on gloves. You know, the fighters put on gloves. I'm not overly impressed by Triple G or Canelo's resume. Their resume is not going to matter on fight night. You know, they're going to put their gloves on. It's going to come down to
I was
styles.
just looking at somebody. I was just looking at somebody in your chat, Marco, and they said that when Floyd fought Canelo, Canelo was 23 and weight drained, and Floyd was in his prime. No, brother, Canelo was 23, ready to go at 152, and Floyd was 37 years old.
38.
Floyd was way out of his prime.
Yeah, he wasn't in his prime.
He was just a better
he was
fighter
an old
than that
man.
dude.
Well, technically, you can argue Floyd was always in his prime, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Nobody's always in their prime, Marco. That's not physics. That don't work like that.
Nah, man.
Floyd was better than that dude.
Nah, he was an old man. Come on.
Hold on. There's been a handful of fighters in history who might hold on, let me finish. There's been a handful of fighters in history who might have shifted styles, but they were always at their top of their game and not losing. And Floyd was one of them. So
Gotcha.
Why is that not a prime?
Let me get in real quick. I didn't come to say too much. I just want Mo needs to see that super chat because it's not a rack exactly, but it's something.
Okay, boom. Extra 55 piece. Mo, you got to put 50 push-ups on this given the level of sauce you're putting on it. Sets of 10. Skills are not intangibles, Mo. Bud is far more dynamic, Mo.
What up, Mo?
Ring IQ by definition is intangible. Being able to adjust is by definition intangible. That's not a thing that we can measure.
That's not what I was referring to, but okay. I'm glad how you cherry pick that. Okay.
No, well, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I was referring to.
Footwork, the ability to switch. These are observable things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
but how do you measure that? How do you measure ring IQ? You can't measure that. You can measure things like power through knockouts. You can measure things
again, you're cherry picking because that's not what I was referencing.
No,
I was saying, no.
I'm not cherry picking. I'm just letting you know what I mean when I say that.
Is that tangible? The ability to switch it?
That's an intangible thing.
See?
Yes. What do you mean?
It's intangible.
You can't measure that.
Okay.
How do you measure what the benefit is?
You see him in this stance, and then
that's
in that
not
stance.
measuring. But you seeing it is not
yes,
measuring.
it is. It's empirical. That's literally an empirical observation.
That's not empirical at all. What do you mean? Yeah, but the benefit of
You're not
that in a
observing him.
sport is not
You're not observing
empirical.
him switch stances. See, too much sauce.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
you're
you got to
not
put.
measuring it.
That's why you got
You're
to
not
put 50
measuring
push-ups
What
it.
is
on
the
it.
context
No,
of
you're
this
not
conversation,
measuring it.
fellas? What are
Hold on,
we
guys.
going back
Hold
and
on, hold
forth
on, hold on,
about?
hold on,
I
hold
just
on.
want 50 push-ups. That's
Wait a
it.
second. Wait a second. You're saying switching stances is what? ECJ?
I said it's an observable, an empirically observable fact. You can see someone standing one way and then the other way.
And what is
That is a
what
form
is
of measurement. It's not a
measurement?
quantity. You're not
Measurement of what?
quantifying it.
Measurement of what?
Of ability. That's a way you can measure a skill. Like if
If
you
somebody
observe it, then
switches
it's
their
there.
stances. Well, I would
Yeah.
say only if it's done correctly and if it's done tactically and if it's done where it provides some kind of an edge in the fight. Anyway,
Okay, fair enough. And Bud does do it, so that's observable.
Yeah,
In
but
my opinion,
observable.
that's
Yeah, but
empirical.
observable is not something you can measure, right? So like
Okay, just like
you can measure volume of punches by punch count. You can measure
yeah.
power
Okay,
by
sure.
KO,
Again, I
right?
said it's not quantifiable, but it
So
is
like for instance,
observable. Oh,
yesterday
hold on,
in
real
that
quick. We're
sparring footage,
talking.
Mamoon was switch hitting, right? But just because he was switching stances doesn't mean that it was actually working to his benefit or
Again,
doing
that's what
anything.
Marco was
He's just
saying, but
doing it.
we can observe that Bud does do it for advantages. He does it tactically at
Okay.
certain times.
All right. Okay. You know what? If I'll concede the fact that he whatever that's not an intangible.
Okay,
But I will
that's
say
all I
that we
wanted.
don't know if that's an advantage. You understand that? So like what Marco was saying is that just because he can switch
You literally
stances doesn't necessarily mean that that's an
if it's done
advantage.
to gain an advantage, you're going against your own argument. You said if it's done tactically at certain times.
I said that. I don't think most of
Yeah, but
Either
the
way.
ability to do it itself is not
We'll
implicit
find
that you're
out
going to
on
do it
September
to gain
13th
an
if it's worth
advantage.
something or not.
Oh yeah.
We'll find out on
Not in
September
and of
13th
itself.
if
I
it's
agree
worth
with
something
that.
or not.
Yeah.
We'll find
We'll
out.
find out. We'll find out from a skill level also. I can't even name a punch that Canelo is known for. Let's talk about that.
So you
I
What
don't
is
even
the
know what
The
context of this
body.
conversation?
Hold on. You know
Is this the hate on
I don't
Canelo
even.
conversation? What
I
is the
know.
context?
Yes,
Alex,
this is what it is,
you know
Shelton.
what you
This is
sound
the
like?
hate on
I don't even
Canelo
know.
because we're delusional hour.
I
Hold
don't
on,
even
hold
know.
on, hold on.
I don't even
Alan,
know
you
what's
know
a.
what you sound like? You sound like when Mike Tyson was like, if he doesn't die, it doesn't count. Like you think that Canelo is going to get so destroyed so easily. And
No,
it's
I'm not saying.
crazy.
I'm saying that stylistically he's gonna get dominated. That's what I'm saying. He
Hey,
may
let
not
me
come
put a
out the
bow.
ring with his eyes closed and all that, but he's gonna be confused as hell. He's gonna be wondering what the hell got to him.
Put
He's
some
not
money
Let me
gonna.
put a
up.
bow on my super chat real quick. Hey, real quick. Let me
He's
put a
gonna.
bow on
Now
my
look,
super
He's gonna.
chat.
hold on, wait. I just got
Mo,
here.
are you
Hold
down
on.
for the 50
I
push-ups?
just
That's
got
all I
here.
want to say. You can cook.
He's.
Mo, are you down for the
He's
50
Hold on.
push-ups?
I just got
Let's
here.
get this.
So give me a
Hold on, let's get
second.
this
Give me a
straight.
second. Hold on.
Wait. Mo, are you
Hold
down
on.
for 50 push-ups?
I don't even know for
I
what.
like
On the
how we
fight.
put them push-ups. Yeah, I like that.
Just
I
like I
like
put a
the
rack up.
push-up bet.
Wait, push-ups for
Yeah.
what though? I don't
Just
understand.
push-ups.
What's the bet?
Canelo
The
wins.
winner of who's
CJ
going to
does
win the fight.
push-ups.
Clearly, you think Canelo has the
If
advantage,
Bud
and I disagree.
wins,
So,
hold on, look.
just straight up.
If Bud wins, Mo does push-ups. If Canelo wins, CJ does push-ups.
Exactly. That's it. That's a friendly bet.
I like that.
What do you think?
What's the
You know,
You with it?
number?
No, because
and
I don't
Mo,
know who's gonna win. What do you mean? I'm the
there
one who
we
says
go.
it's
I like
60-40.
Ah,
I
You
like
putting
that.
all
I'm the
that
one.
sauce on
The
it.
difference is I'm
That's
being
the whole point
All
reasonable.
of
You
that
guys are
betting,
sauce
jumping
on
out
it.
the
crazy man.
window. I
That's
think
true.
Bud has a really
That's the
good
whole
chance. The
point of
difference
betting,
is you guys
crazy
are
man.
being
You gotta
unreasonable.
have some kind of faith in your fighter. You don't have no faith in the Mexican dude?
Fuck,
No.
faith. He's
All
not
that
his
sauce
Okay,
and
then
no
why are you even
push-ups. I
talking
see
about
you.
him then?
He's
If
not
you
in
ain't
his
got no
camp.
faith in the dude, why are you even arguing for
Okay.
him?
Well, but okay, because I'm just arguing what the facts are. I'm just being reasonable,
No.
fair, and balanced.
If you don't have no faith that this dude can win the fight, why are you arguing
But I
for
do
him?
have
Mo,
faith.
let me answer
I
this
do
for
have
you.
faith.
Mo,
I just
Okay,
don't
then
have
he's
put
more
the
not
faith
here.
than
push-ups where
Mo,
your
Bud.
faith
hold
is.
on. Mo,
Then
let me
put the
answer this for
push-ups
you.
where your faith
Let
is.
me answer this for Mo.
Put the push where your faith is.
Shelton, what about you pulling the wallet out for
Cause you
Flossie?
motherfuckers, I've
Uh-oh.
been listening for 20 minutes, and you
What
motherfuckers been
about
going in circles arguing about bullshit.
your faith?
Yeah.
Put
We're,
your faith,
and
Shelton.
let me
That's what you've
correct
been
you.
doing. You've been going in
You were
circles
not
arguing about bullshit.
What happened?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
no one.
Shelton, lead by example. Put your faith with
Uh-oh.
Vaughn, and Mo will follow you.
Uh-oh.
Hey, but
look,
listen,
I'm
this is the
60
thing, though.
years
This is the
old,
thing.
and I'll bet. Look. Here, listen. I'm 60 years old, and I'll bet 50 push-ups.
Woo! I like that.
That's real. That's real.
Come on, OG. Talk your shit, OG.
Shit.
I like that.
So listen,
I like that. I'm
if
impressed.
if the shoe was on the other foot and someone came on this panel and they were saying it is a complete opposite foot, they were saying, "Oh, Bud, fucking, he can't punch. He's not fight. He fought nobody. He has zero IQ. All that shit." So I would come on
I ain't
here
say
and
that.
defend him just as
I'm with you.
vehemently.
I'm with you,
No,
Alan. And
Mo
the
is pretty
guy.
fair.
But
So
the
I guess you're
difference
trying to
is,
just be the
I
counter
would bet
voice
that
because Alan was
motherfucker
talking
50
that shit.
push-up. That's
I'm
the
with you though,
difference. I
because
would
So
bet
50
that motherfucker,
push-ups.
whoever he was,
guys,
50
I
push-ups.
think Alan and the guy 4-4 who left were being definitely going overboard with kind of how shitty Canelo is.
Yeah.
Of a
So
puncher.
Mo was trying to
Yeah,
balance
yeah,
that out.
that's
I
fair.
understand.
I never said
I
that. I
understand
never
that.
said that.
You
I never
implied
said
it
that.
heavily. You implied it.
No,
Maybe you didn't say
I
those words.
never.
Real quick,
Come on,
Attorney
man. You can't
Bailey,
use that.
an original recipe. I know. Sorry, Your Honor. Throw it out. Original recipe 5-piece from the other attorney of the community. I believe the fans are expecting a young Canelo, not a Canelo with diminished skills. Like Tyson fought off expectations past fights, though his skills
Yeah,
were gone.
I
Marco,
agree.
do you mind if I respond to Attorney Bailey?
Go ahead.
I think the exact same thing can be precisely said about Bud and it still be factual correct. I think people are expecting Bud to come out and be the same guy he was when he fought Postal, for better or worse, or the same guy that fought in Dongo and Hank Lundy and all these other things. Like we haven't seen Bud fight like that in years. We saw him fight Spence, a guy who came straight at him. He didn't have to go chase him down or think too hard. We watched him fight Majimov, and most people seem to think that he either lost or it was an extraordinarily close competitive fight. I don't. I think it was a very technical, high level fight. But the fact of the matter is, it was not an extraordinarily dominant performance like we're used to seeing, where he's just knocking dudes the fuck out. So I think both can be said about that. Can be said about both fighters.
It can, but
Yeah, but
not equally not equally weighted because we have a large again we have
But
a larger sample
here's
size
the
of
question.
Canelo. Hold on, let me just put a bow on it. We have a larger sample size of Canelo looking subpar than Bud. So yes, to a degree you're right, but not on the same scale. Y'all got it.
anyone with a
Yeah, but
But
that's
here's
only
the
because
question,
Bud
anyone,
has
though.
a plot,
anyone.
Here's the
though.
question. Here's my question to you. How do you know that Bud needs to do what he did against Madrimov or Postal or any other of the other guys to
Hmm.
beat this guy?
Hmm.
You don't
I
know.
like that.
He may not have to do that to beat this guy. You don't know what he has to do to beat this guy. That's why
Yeah, I
we bet
disagree.
and we
I
sit
think I
back
know
and
exactly
we
what he has
watch
to
the
do. He
fight.
has to fight exactly how he fought Majimov. That's how he's going to beat Canelo. The exact same way he
No, he
fought
doesn't.
Majimov is the
No,
exact
he
same way he's going to
doesn't.
fight him.
No, he
Yes,
doesn't.
that's the
That's
only
not
way.
Oh,
true.
That's his
that's your
That's
only
not
way
true.
of winning.
wait.
I
That's your
kind of
belief, right?
agree. I kind of agree. He can't. If he's gonna, you think he's gonna
That's
go
your
toe to
belief
toe
too,
with
right,
Canelo?
Marco?
I think I told you guys from the
No, I said
beginning.
you said he
I'm
said
telling you.
that
I
the
think
way Bud
they're
fought
both.
Madrimov is the way he has to beat Canelo. Do you agree?
That's
No.
so.
I think they're
That's
both going to
baloney,
be
man.
very, very cautious, both of them, and boring a little. Cautious, boring, very efficient, not throwing a lot of shots, tactical. That's what I see.
Dude, Madrimov was on his back foot. He didn't
Okay.
even want to fight, dude. He didn't even want to fight. You know what I mean? So the fight looked like that because Madrimov was flanking throughout the entire fight.
No, I mean
Canelo's
Bud
gonna
had too
want to
many
fight.
welts on his face for you to say that Majimov didn't want to fight. Like that's just, like you're just lying.
Madrimov
Like what do
hit
you
him a
mean?
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Madrimov face looked destroyed, man. You're talking about welts.
What?
Madrimov face was destroyed, bro. Look at his face. His whole right side's eye looked like it was about to fall off.
Let's see.
Cut it off.
That's very interesting. I disagree, but you know where we can factually say that someone's opponent was face was destroyed was when fucking Canelo caved in the left side of fucking Billy Joe Saunders' face. He broke his fucking face, dude.
Yeah.
He
And he
didn't just
was
wear
and
he didn't just wear sunglasses and all of a sudden we think that he turned his face into a mincemeat
That's
pie.
but
He
see
broke his
that's
fucking
and that's
eye.
the thing, right? That's Billy Joe Sanders. You can't put Bud
yeah.
Crawford and Billy Joe Sanders in the same sentence.
Well, I'm just saying, if we're talking about people getting their faces broken, the only one of the two who's really breaking people's faces is Canelo, because factually, like
Well, let's see.
the facts
Why
say
don't Why
that.
don't we? I
Not
won't
me.
leave this on too long, but this is Madrimov's face immediately after the fight,
Oof.
and now let's see Crawford's face. Turn around, bud. Turn around. Turn around. Good lord. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's
Bud ain't listening to you, dude.
his face is fucked
Oh
up.
no.
let's see. Where's Bud's face?
It's not that.
They're not there it is.
Why is his ears so red?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't look hit at all, Bud. But, I mean, also, he is darker. It's hard to see red, obviously.
Nah,
No, he has a
nah.
welt under his eye,
Don't do
man.
that,
What are we talking
Marco.
about? His face is welted up.
Don't do that, Marco.
Where's the
there.
welt?
Right there. Yeah, it doesn't look.
Look at his right eye. What do you mean?
You see it?
He's ready for a
lie
night on
just
the
to
There's a
town.
little,
lie,
yeah, there's a
man.
welt on a little bit on the right eye, under the right eye, right? A little bit on Bud.
People lie just to
Sure.
be lying.
But again, but for real, look, Matt, most of Madrimorphs is just the redness, and that redness obviously doesn't show on people with darker complexion. So it's kind of hard to tell. But Madrimorph does look more fucked up, obviously. But is that just the complexion or what? I don't know. I know that Madrimorph hit the motherfucker a lot.
Ask Madrimorph.
And another
Why
thing,
don't you
too,
ask Madrimorph how he felt?
forget about complexion. I've been in this, like, some people just don't bruise. Like, I know white dudes who just don't bruise easily. So it's hard to tell through that. And I know guys who bruise very easily. You know what I mean?
Word.
So
Hey, Marco, can you get in touch with Madrimorph?
I don't know. I think he's liked my.
If you could, ask him to whoop his ass or not. He'll
I'll,
tell
do
you.
that. I'll say Shelton wanted to know. No, I'm not doing that. That's not happening. But
It's a hell of a way to reach out to
You know he
somebody.
got his
Hey,
ass
you
whooped.
get your ass whooped?
yeah,
You know he got his ass. He didn't protest. That tells you he know he got his ass whooped.
I mean, ass whooped. That was a close fight. I wouldn't say either of them got their ass whooped.
I just don't understand.
Too much sauce.
I don't understand how Madrimov, the guy who was supposed to be the bigger guy, that was on his back foot much should have fight. You know what I mean? Like Bud Crawford looked like the guy who's been at 54 the longest. It wasn't Madrimov. He didn't put his weight or pressure on, but the fight was close, not because of strength or power. It was close because of the styles. It was an awkward style versus a guy who was trying to fight.
Exactly.
Two different.
No, I agree with that.
Two different styles.
Right. That's why I said it has. The Canelo fans are putting way too much stock, in my opinion, from what I've seen in the Madrimov fight, because Canelo doesn't do what Madrimov does, so it's not even a good comparison. So
okay, so I want you guys to know. I want you guys here. I have some homework for you. Go watch all of Madrimov's fights on film, his pro fights, because I have seen those. So I'll tell you this: Madrimov doesn't even fight the way Madrimov fought that night.
Exactly.
He has never in his pro career fought like that.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to know why he fought like that? Because he was fighting the top 3 pound for pound fighter in the world on a 12 knockout streak. Like, what are you talking about? If he would be a fucking idiot if he didn't go in there fighting like that, because he would have gotten knocked the fuck out. Because Bud's a great fighter.
The difference is, and I totally agree. I've seen most of his fights, maybe not as many as you, but most of them. Good enough sample size to know that's not his normal approach. However, Canelo doesn't even have the ability, is my point, to do what he did. He doesn't have that.
I disagree entirely. I don't think there was anything that special that Madrimov did that night besides just be a good counter puncher and spam the right hand.
On the pogo stick. He was on the pogo stick. That's what made. No. And Canelo can't ever go on a pogo stick. That's not what he does.
And Madrimov's foot movement was elite.
But
elite.
Madrimov doesn't have the chin or the power or the punch placement that Canelo has.
Or the experience.
Right. It's just a different puzzle. That's my point. It's a totally different puzzle to solve. It's not a good comparison.
I think
you guys got to remember something, man.
I think Bud's ribs might get fired up like he's in a kitchen at a Dallas.
Yes, Madrimov is also a very poor inside fighter, which he showed us in the Virgil Ortiz fight. He's a poor inside fighter. I don't think anybody's ever accused Canelo of being a poor inside fighter.
A totally different puzzle. That's my whole point.
About this dude, man. This fucking dude is 63 2-2. That's 67 fights, and he won 63 of them. So he's pretty fucking good.
Yep.
Absolutely. No one said he wasn't. I mean, at least I didn't.
So, I mean, I hear people talk about Bud gonna walk in and walk through this guy. He's probably going to be – I'm a Bud fan. He's probably going to beat the guy, but he's not going to walk through this guy.
No. But that's not how you beat Canelo. People think that you got to be this strong, brute power puncher to beat Canelo. No, that's not how he's been proved to be beat. It's proved to beat Canelo by boxing him. And so I have no worries about that. And hey, Bud may never even hurt Canelo. I don't even know why people talking about, well, can he hurt him?
You know,
who cares about getting hurt?
I don't think
it's kind of a red herring.
Crawford doesn't have the defensive pull counter shoulder roll style as Mayweather, and he definitely doesn't have the size and the range of a Bivol to keep him at the end of his shots while staying out of danger. So Bud always stays in the pocket, and but again, always because he's always been able to. Bud's also smart. Let's say he feels a couple of those shots, he's like, I got to. Unlike CJ's wife, I got to adjust, and he will.
So, Marco, I disagree with what Alan said about how you beat Canelo because in the first Triple G fight, which is the one that I think was most convincingly to me and the world that Triple G should have gotten the win, was he won by putting Canelo off his back foot and making Canelo the one who's the counter puncher and the boxer and everything. He was the one who was pressuring. He was pressing Canelo. In fact, I remember various times during that fight where Canelo was on the back ropes, on the with his back to the ropes, slipping punches and doing all this fancy footwork, but not countering and capitalizing on it and winning points. And it was in the second fight of theirs, with the closer one, which you, Marco, you think Canelo won that fight, right? Or he won that fight. Most people think it was a draw, but you think he won that fight, and that was the fight where Canelo was the one who fought off the front foot, pressed Triple G, and made Triple G the one who was the low output boxer. So I disagree. I think he very well can be pressured and put off the back foot, and that's a very good way to beat Canelo. It's simply a matter of does a certain fighter, that given fighter have the technical ability to have defense coming forward and has a good chin. I don't think there's anybody in the middleweight or super middleweight division who has a chin that comes even close to Triple G's chin. He's literally one of the best chins in the history of boxing.
Word.
So it's not that nobody knows how to do that. It's that doing that very simple thing of pressing Canelo is really, really fucking hard. It's hard to do. It might be simple, but simple is not the same thing as like simplistic. There's a difference.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, shit. We're gonna see. All right, listen, guys. I gotta go pick up my daughter. This was fun though. I wanted to keep going, but I cannot. But I will see you guys tonight. All right.
All right.
Peace. Appreciate you guys. Good talk.